If you're on Psychology Today and it's been months and your inbox is painfully quiet, then this video is for you. Now, a lot of therapists will run to directories as the first way to market themselves. So that means a lot of these directories, like Psychology Today, are very saturated and crowded. So today, I want to walk you through how to actually make directories work for you instead of just having them drain your bank account each month. We are going to cover three different things: what directories to use, how to stand out on those directories, and how to know whether they are even worth it. All right, so let's dive into number one. What directories should you actually be using? Aside from the big directories, you've got your niche directories. This is really important because oftentimes you can find directories related to your niche, your specialty, or your location, and those are often going to be a lot less saturated and a lot less crowded. So if you work with a specific specialty, location, or niche, or a certain type of audience, then I would look for directories like that that would appeal to that type of ideal client. Alrighty, let's talk about the free options. Now, if you are not on any of these, I highly suggest you do because, hello, it's free. And even if it doesn't bring you direct clients immediately, it does strengthen your online presence, which is never a bad thing. Open Path Psychotherapy Collective is a strong option if you're building your caseload and open to sliding scale clients. CareDash is another growing platform, and it rewards complete profiles and engagement. And also, don't forget these general directories: Google Business Profile, Bing Places, Yelp, Health Grades. A lot of times clients aren't searching therapist directory. They're searching their pain, their problem near me. In other words, sometimes they're searching for the same way that they search for a dentist or a restaurant. And you want to make sure that you're there wherever they are searching. All right, number two, how to actually stand out on these platforms. If you're on Psychology Today, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. Just being listed on these platforms is not enough. Optimization is everything. Speaking to these people, to their pain, to their problems, to their struggles is also everything, and it's going to be very crucial. I'm going to go over 5 different ways that you can actually stand out on these platforms, so listen up. Step number 1, research before you write. Here's a little tip. Search up your zip code and look at other therapists in your area. If you are a client scrolling, who would you click on? What catches your eye and why? Do that multiple times. That way you can figure out a pattern of what actually catches people's attention and what motivates them to click on your profile. Step number 2, make sure you have a good photo, a good headshot, multiple pictures actually, and also make sure you have a video. That is going to be so important and it really sets you apart from the crowd. Video helps potential clients experience you. They hear your voice, they see your expressions, they get a feel for what it might be like to sit across from you. And if this is something that kind of makes you nervous, we do offer help with this. We have a new directory profile management service where we actually do the research for you. We pick the directories for you with your permission. We write your profile bios and we coach you on how to show up on video. It's pretty much like an all-in-one service. So if you are interested in that, then click the link in the description below. Step number 3, optimize your first 2 to 3 lines. This is so important. This is basically going to be the first impression that they have of you. Plus, directories like Psychology Today and Good Therapy actually pull the first 2 to 3 lines of your bio for search results. So if you're starting with something generic like, I help so-and-so do this, or my therapy is collaborative, that's great, but it doesn't really catch any attention and it doesn't really highlight any pain or problems that your ideal client is struggling with. So it doesn't really give the directory enough to work with either. Essentially, you want someone who is scrolling to think, oh my gosh, that's me. They can help me with that. Number 4, end with a clear call to action. A lot of profiles kind of just trail off at the end and it doesn't really motivate them to take action. So you want to be able to tell them what to do next. What should they do? Should they reach out? Should they email you? Do you offer free consultations? And let them know what the next steps are. And the 5th and final one, write like a human. I think a lot of profiles on directories sound very formal, which is not a bad thing. You still want to be professional, but it's also filled with a lot of jargon, a lot of modalities and specifics and specialties that a lot of people probably just don't really understand. So you want to make sure that you sound warm and conversational. You want to communicate heart, empathy, not just credentials. Now we are going to go over part 3, which is the final part to optimizing your directory profile. Tracking your results. This is super important because if you are just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping things change, it's not really going to work. If it's not working, optimize, change something. And if you've already optimized multiple times and it's still not working, it's probably time to reach out and get some help or figure out a different marketing strategy. Again, we do help with this as well, so if you have any questions, you can comment below or you can click the link in our description. So, as a recap, directories are not really magic. They are just leverage if you know how to use them right. Picking the directories to use, it would be a good idea to pick some niche ones, along with still staying on Psychology Today just because it offers you a lot of visibility. And the way to stand out, make sure you research before you write. Actually figure out what appeals to you if you were the client. Searching up other therapists in your area or in your specialty and figuring out, okay, I like this about them, I like this. This sounds interesting. Take some notes. Make sure you have a good video, a good photo on your profile. Optimize your first 2 to 3 lines to make sure that it speaks to your ideal client. End with a clear call to action, and also write like a human. And then don't forget to track your results. You want to know what's working and then optimize from there. I hope this was helpful. If it was, let us know. If it was super, super helpful, then click subscribe and you can get some more marketing tips for therapists. If it wasn't helpful, then you're just picky. No, I'm just kidding. If you want some help with improving your directory profile bios or just your whole profile itself or figuring out where you need to be, you can let us know and we would love to help you with that as well.